Back like I never listened. What it do? What it do? What's going on? Y'all know what the going on? Y'all know what it is. Getting live right to it. Getting right to it. I'm having fun with this. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for kicking it with your girl. Let's get this joint rolling. Testing. Somebody tell me, does my mic sound nice? We good, we live. Alright. What up? It's your girl Mariah. You're now tuned into Survival Kit, the podcast. Today is Thursday, March the 31st, the wonderful year 2022. Glad to be alive and in the number. You feel me? That's what my old head say every time I ask her how she doing. She was like, I'm just glad to be in the land of the living. I'm glad to be alive and in the number. The older I get, I'm starting to understand it, right? And side note, it's a lot of I'm in the wonderful city of Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. And as we know, in a lot of the major cities across the country, there is a lot of gun violence and suicide rates and homicide rates and carjackings and theft. Tragedies and commonplace. If you know the song, you know what I'm talking about, all right? So I'm very grateful to be alive, feeling good, all that good stuff. So I understand my old head when she says she's glad to be in the land of the living. All right, every day is a good day when you wake up above ground. So, gotta give you gratitude. Gotta feel good. Gotta think positive. Gotta be positive. Gotta spread the positivity. I feel very positive lately. I don't know if it's because of my fresh retwist or whatever. Side note, I did my own retwist. I can't say that I'll continue doing that. It was a lot of work. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. But it's different when your loctician just get in there because she knows what she's doing. She knows my hair, She's just good at what she does. So shout out to my lock lady. Yo sis, shout out to my lock lady. All right, so now that we got all that out the way, let's hop straight into it. What we talking about this week, y'all? This week, something keeps pulling me back. Customer retention. For a lot of us new business owners, it's really hard to get customers to come back. It's easy to sell that first product, and then after you sell the first product, it's really difficult to get them to come back and buy something else. Oftentimes, our customers are friends or family, and so they're just kind of supporting us prayerfully, hopefully. My goal is that they really like the product, and that's why they're supporting. But for the most part, they're just supporting us out of wanting to see us win. Or they're just hoping just in case you hit and you make it. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget I supported you off rip. So that's normally what that's about. In some instances. But my hope is that they're supporting you because they really genuinely want to see you win. So with getting them to come back to buy something again is pretty difficult. I had to learn this the hard way because I would oftentimes think that, okay, if I make the cheapest product, then they'll come back because it's cheap. When in actuality, what you're telling that one-time buyer is that they're cheap. And so even if the product is quality, you're automatically going to think, subconsciously, you're thinking this is cheap. As opposed to if they see the same thing you're selling for $10 or $15 more, they're going to think, okay, there has to be a better quality because it costs more than this product. So they start game planning. How much can I save per week to get that product? And that goes with anything. It could be a small ticket item, like a $20, $25 item, or it could be a $100 item. If everyone else is selling their product for $200 and you're only selling yours for $100, you're automatically seen as the cheaper buy. Some people like that. If you know the folks that I know, they like quality over everything. And so they're going to go with what's more expensive. And so that's something that you want to keep in mind when you're thinking about customer retention. Customer retention focuses on existing customers. That's really what it is. You want to, it's the retention. You want to retain your current shoppers, your existing customers, right? So the goal is to get the customers to repeat their purchasing consistently, but on an increasing basis. So if I come and I buy a pair of socks from your clothing, your sports apparel store, and they're dry wicking, they're really good socks. I'm like, you know what, they have some really good socks. Next time I'll go back, I might get some wristbands. I want to look good when I'm working out, or I want to look good on the court. When I was a young boy, it was all about the wristband, what headband you could rock, trying to look like AI. So if that's a good, maybe I'm showing my age a little bit, but if that's something good for you and you liked it, then you're likely to come back. And next time, I'm going to see what type of sneakers they got. And if the sneakers is good quality, or they got some poppin' brands in there, I'm gonna come back, and this time now I can go there and get a little outfit. You know what I'm saying? So my homeboy having a cookout. He says it's gonna be some, some folks in there I might want to see. So let me go and let me, get a little quick little chill springtime vibe. I might be able to get a shirt, some sneakers, and some nice pair of socks or whatever like that to go with some sweats that I already got, or some jeans that I already got. You see what I'm saying? It's the likely chance that they'll come back, and every time they come back, they'll buy more, or they'll consistently come back and purchase the same thing. So that's what customer retention is all about. You want to make sure they're coming back to you and that they're purchasing with you. That's the whole point of customer retention. Without customer retention, a lot of businesses will fail. I can say that once I started Custom Clip Rugs, I'm going to do my shameless plug every single week. So shout out to Custom Clip Rugs. As you can see, we got the fish, because it is what it is. And then we got, Survival the Bull right there. That's my mascot, That's your mascot, Survival, These are from Custom Clip Rugs. And so with that business, I can honestly say it's a new venture, and I haven't been in this venture as long as I have other ventures. As you know, I might mention a lot Lady M's Fashion Bands. Shout out to Taylor Love. Lady M's Fashion Bands it's been around for a while, and the customers are consistent. The same customers come back for the same thing. They want more headbands. They want more beanies. Every spring they come for their beanies, because there's normally some type of spring sale for the beanies. So they're always coming back to get those same items. And the way, with Custom Clip Rugs, what's different is this is a higher ticket item. So the chances of someone coming back for another rug, as you can see, these are the small wall hangings that I have behind me if you're watching this on YouTube or whatever streaming, platform you're on. These are the wall hangings, right? So these are something that somebody might come back for more. They're much cheaper, or they cost less, I should say. There's nothing cheap about them. You dig? They cost less than the regular area rugs that I sell. However, what I'm learning is that because of the quality of the products I have, my customers keep coming back, and I'm not going to lie, I'll be shocked. Like I'll be a little shocked, because it's like I'm the type of shopper, like I mentioned a lot. I can be a bit frugal. I get bad shopper's remorse, right? Come from humble beginnings. So when I buy something nice for myself, I normally feel bad about it. I'm working on it, but I do feel bad sometimes. So when the customers, they buy a rug, and the rugs they range over $200 to start, and they can go up depending on what you need. So to know that they're getting rugs that is larger than my standard size, and they're coming back for more, lets me know that I'm doing something right. Right, so that's what I'll get into in a few, is what I'm doing to retain those customers. Right, so again, customer retention is focusing on your current customers. You want to make sure that they're good to go. You want to make sure that they have everything they need. Excuse me. And you want to make sure that they're coming back to you consistently. Even if they're not coming back to you to purchase, you want to make sure they're coming back to you, whether that be your community, which I'll get into in a little bit, or that they're just talking about the product value, which I'll get into in a few. There has to be something that they're coming back for, because that goes into my next point. Why is customer retention so important? Because this builds your champions. I talk about this briefly, so if you haven't heard me before, go back and listen to the few episodes. I talk about your champions. Your champions are basically your cheerleaders. They're literally championing for you. They're letting everybody know, hey, this brand is popping. This brand has quality items. I remember I made a rug for someone for their business. I specialize in business logos. I do small style commissions. I'm working on a piece right now. I'm very, very excited. Some big things coming up for Custom Clip Rug. I'm very excited about that. And I worked on a business logo for someone, and the review that he gave me was amazing. And it made other people just follow me off the strength of that one review. And so because of that, I knew, okay, this is what they like. They like the quality of the rugs. That's the main thing that every customer that has ever come to me, they discuss the quality of the rug. Now, when I was first getting started, I gave some away for free for a little low raffle. They were good, but they weren't where they are right now, you know. So there were, you know, some feedback that I was getting. And the reason why I did that is because I had in mind what I'm going to do to retain my customers. I have to get the quality right, because I understand that you can have the best product in the world, but if no one knows about it, they won't purchase it. However, if you have the best product and people know about it, you put those two together, you're a problem in these business streets. You feel me? So you want to make sure that you're building these champions. That word of mouth, I'll always say it, and that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Word of mouth is the best promotion. You could pay for Facebook and Instagram ads. You can pay for a billboard. You could pay for radio, TV. You can send out flyers. You can send out mailers. I don't care what it is. Word of mouth will always be top tier. Before there was technology, we only had word of mouth. We literally had town criers because they had to spread the news. So if you have word of mouth, you got a good thing going. So remember that focusing on the customer retention will build those champions, and those champions, they're going to go to bat for you every single time. Think of the Beehive. Think of the LeBron fans. Think of the Rihanna Navy, right? Think of the Nicki Minaj, the Barbs. Think of all of those people who have this core fan base that no matter what they do, that's their person, and they're going to go to bat for that person. Now, I have a few, you know, folks I like that. Michael Jordan, for one. Her is another one. I think she's an amazing artist. Janet Jackson, I don't play about her. You feel me? Certain people like that. You know, I would say I'm a part of their champion group. I'm going to go to bat for them, right? I think Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Everybody doesn't think so. But I'm going to go to bat every time that conversation comes up. I'm going to go to bat about it. It's just, it is what it is. You want that same type of vibe with your brand. All right, so I don't care if you don't think Michael Jordan is the GOAT. He is the GOAT, whether you like it or not. Moving right along, though. All right, so you want to build your champions. You want to get that word of mouth out there. What's some ways to do it? So before I get into some strategies, I have my top 5 strategies that I think are most effective based off of my own experience and brands that I follow very, very closely. I'm a research junkie, so I love to research different brands that I follow, and some of the top brands that I follow, they all tend to have these things in common. But just to give you some facts, 60 to 70% of existing customers are going to shop with you again if you have the right strategies in places. 60 to 70% of your existing customers. So what does that mean? That means that if you put out a product, the chances of you getting that person to come back is about 60 to 70%. As opposed to trying to get a new customer and get them to purchase. Right? So a new customer, you're bound to spend 5 times the amount of money or time to get a new customer in. You're bound to spend 5 times the amount of money or time to get a new customer to come shop with you. Again, that goes into what I was saying a little bit earlier in this episode. You have to think about it. Though your friends and family might shop with you one time, but trying to get them to come back and buy that $30 t-shirt, not so much. Not when they can go somewhere else and get a pack of t-shirts. Now, me personally, I do like a pack of the low tees, you know what I'm saying? I love when the sale come. You get about 4 white tees in a pack. They be on sale for like $50, $60. I'll do that. But again, you're getting about 4 in a pack. You're spending about $10, $12 a shirt. Maybe $15 at the most. That's a lot cheaper in someone's eyes than a $25, $30 shirt. So you want to make sure the item that you have is a good item, because you're going to spend a lot more time trying to get them back, trying to market to them, try to sell to them. All I got to do is send my existing customer a coupon. They'll take it into consideration. They might come shop with me. And they're constantly on my page, giving me likes, giving me comments, giving me feedback. As opposed to a new customer, they're going to keep coming back to my page if I'm posting good content, just to see what I have, just to see how the quality is getting better. They just want to see, you know, before they jump in, they got to get their toe wet. I'm the type, I'm jumping straight in the pool. I don't like the getting your toe wet thing when I go swimming. I just got to go straight in the pool. I got to dump my whole body in and just feel all the water, because, you know, when you inch into it, it takes you forever to get in the water. I'm not that kind of shopper. I'm either going to shop with you or I'm not. But everyone's not like that. So you got to take into consideration, you know, again, the people who like to get their toes wet, right? That takes a lot of time to get them in, to get them to buy into what you're selling. So keep that in mind. It takes a lot more time to get a new customer than it does to get your current customers to shop with you. All right. And close to existing customers are willing to spend almost 70% more than what they spent the first time. So remember the example, if you have a sports apparel store, you might have some good socks, some good accessories. You might have some good fitted caps in there, some good sneaker brands in there. The first time, they might just come and buy a pair of sneakers, or they might just come and buy a t-shirt. But if you have good quality items, the next time they come back, more than likely, they'll spend about 70% more than what they spent the very first time. Because now they've gone in, they had a set budget, they've gone in, they bought what they wanted. Now they went in, they were able to price everything that you have, and they can come back and now spend what they really want to spend and really go shopping, right? So that's just some fun facts for you about customer retention and why this is important. All right, so let's get into the strategy. Just five strategies that you can work on, or at one at a time, or you can work on them all together, and just kind of implement that while you're doing your customer retention and while you're trying to get customers to come back. These are just some things that I think you could implement. I've tried some and it works. All right, so number one, I will harp on this forever. Excellent customer service. Your customer service has to be A1. It just has to be A1. I don't understand brands who don't work on customer service. In my experience, the brands who have terrible customer service are the ones with the low ticket items. That's just how I see it. The brands with low ticket items normally have the bad customer service. So you want to make sure that your customer service is A1. It's very, very important that you have quality customer service. If you need to outsource a trainer, a customer service, trainer, they can come in and train you or train your team, or you can outsource and hire them to handle your customer service. You can get someone to do that for you. It's very possible. You can go to different websites and just type in customer service representative. You can put your business on LinkedIn and say you're looking for a customer service representative that can handle customer service complaints or anything of that nature. It's so important. That's one of the number one reasons why customers will not come back. Your customer service sucks. There's some places that I swear I will never spend another dime in, simply because the customer service was trash. And I don't believe in spending your money on anything that's trash, right? I just don't. So I'll get off of that topic because I can spend a whole episode on customer service. All right, so number two, product value. Work on the product value. I've been working on my product value when it comes to custom clip rugs. Lady M's Fashion Bins has been working on the product value. There's a new venture that I'm helping to manage. It's called the Love Styles Collection. Working on the product value, working on the value of the vintage items that they're finding and are looking to resell, the upcycled items that they create. They're constantly looking to increase the value of the product. The better the product gets, the more people are willing to come back. Think about all the fast food places that you absolutely loved. I'll use this as an example. No shot to them. I love them. I shop with them and I get gas from them. Wawa. When I was introduced to Wawa, it was just a little corner, a little brick store, a little tiny little store with a little parking lot. They had amazing food. The bigger the brand got, the more they spread out throughout the East Coast. The quality of the food has gotten a little shaky. Now, certain items I just swear by, I'm always going to get them. But a lot of the things that I used to love about them is gone down, and I believe it's due to the expansion. Sometimes it's hard to keep the product value the same when you're expanding. Normally, the bigger you get, you want to decrease the spending. You always want to keep your expenses as close to zero as possible. So some people might try to cut corners. I'm not saying that's what that brand is doing. I just noticed it, and I've noticed it with a lot of other brands. So you want to make sure that your product value is is up to par, all that good stuff, because that matters with the customer retention. All right, so this is like a 2A, I want to say. It's like a 2A to the whole thing. You want to share, you want to understand your product market advantage. Your product market advantage. What is your product market advantage? How do you compare to everyone else in the market? What is your advantage over the other products in the market? I'm not the only one who sells